Becky Lynch knows how to piss people off. In today's video, she is calling out the fans, and it's for a reason that you wouldn't think of, and it's literally years ago. But it was such a moment that when she says it, you'll go, oh, I remember that. Because Becky Lynch is in a very interesting spot nowadays. Becky Lynch is our women's IC champion. She's slated to defend the championship against Lyra Valkyria at SummerSlam. She's back in this almost transitional role, something in which she did face a few years ago. What do I mean by that? So she went and took a hiatus in 2024, only to return in 2025. A lot of people didn't know what she would do in 2025, how she would be presented, or the way that she would kind of navigate her way through WWE. And she's done so by elevating Lyra Valkyria and helping continue to build on the legacy of Bayley. And what Becky Lynch has done is literally what she did in 2021. You remember 2021 because that's where this video picks up. It was 2021 and she returned at WWE SummerSlam. It was a controversial moment because Becky Lynch had taken time off in 2020 because she and Seth Rollins opted to make a baby and start a family. And she was Raw Women's Champion at the time and had to vacate the title and then went away. She was gone throughout 2020. She was gone throughout 2021 until the summer. Well, what happened? Bianca Belair was SmackDown Women's Champion at the time. She had made quick work of Carmella, and boom, Becky Lynch comes out to a huge ovation, a huge pop, and goes out there and beats Bianca Belair literally within seconds, right? And a lot of people were kind of ho-hum about it. A lot of people didn't know how to feel about it because it was literally just a mere seconds. Well, Becky Lynch spoke with Sports Illustrated for a new interview, and she reflected on her match with Bianca Belair at WWE SummerSlam 2021 and the reaction when Bianca beat her at WrestleMania 38. So at least to Becky's credit, she did the honors back to Bianca. But this is what she had to say to SI. I remember the eruption when Bianca won, and she won in such a cool way. Not the slickest victory of all time, but maybe like one of the slickest victories, she backflipped out of the rock bottom into the KOD. That was a pretty special too. It wasn't the exact outcome you wanted. You wanted to root for Bianca. You wanted to hate me. You wanted to feel like she was robbed and something to come back from. And she did. We had a wonderful story for a full year. I think if you're still looking back at 2021 SummerSlam as unfavorable, you miss kind of the story of it. What? Okay. Why she pissed people off is because she's speaking the truth, right? Like most people would say, oh yeah, Becky's right. She makes a ton of sense. They literally did a full circle of, hey, Becky Lynch comes out as a surprise. Oh, Becky Lynch steals the title, steals the win, steals Bianca Belair's moment. And then they go on a little over actually a year full storyline and Bianca gets her win back. Right? She gets her win back over Becky Lynch. She gets her win of the championship back. All is well within the world. But there are some fans that go, well, Becky Lynch shouldn't have stole Bianca Belair's moment. And Becky Lynch should have came directly back as a heel, not as a babyface. Well, if you think about it, two things. Number one, she did come back as a heel. She did. I mean, she went out there without earning a championship opportunity without, doing anything to deserve a championship match. She got the championship match. She, quote unquote, sucker punched Bianca Belair by hitting her finisher, winning the championship after Bianca Belair had already worked a match, although a short match, and was already out there, right? She already had the adrenaline dump. And Becky Lynch captured it, right? Like, I would say that's a heel. That's a heel move to me. That would be a heel move to most people. Number two, if you look at it, I understand that there have been instances, multiple instances. Your Hulk Hogan's, your John Cena's, your Bruno Sammartino's, your Roman Reigns, your Cody Rhodes, where there are long-term baby faces, right? Where baby faces, they hold the championship for 9, 12, 18, 24, sometimes 36 months, right? Years where they are reigning dominant world champions. Well, that's usually not the case. There's exceptions to every rule, we all know that. But for the most part, and especially in WWE, which going all the way back to Vince Sr. has been a babyface led company, you always have the babyface chasing after the title, right? It's always the money's in the chase, not the victory. So if you're Bianca Belair actually losing to Becky Lynch, working a program with Becky Lynch, beating Becky Lynch, it actually did more for her career than it took away from it, right? Because it helped establish Bianca Belair as a top tier star, as someone that you should look at and you should take seriously. That's what she did. And if you look at it like that, then I think, okay, Becky's got a point, right? Becky's got a point. They literally told the story that they wanted to tell. They literally mapped it out exactly how they wanted it. And not only did it take Becky Lynch from a babyface to a heel, something in which she wanted, right? We went on that horrific run as big time Becks, but it also made Bianca Belair. So if you take one decision, one moment, and it be able to change the course of someone's career. And then you double down and say, oh, we're going to change the courses of two people's careers. Well, y'all, I think that's a win. I think it added to the legacy of Becky Lynch. It added a different, style. It added a different ripple effect, if you will. And if you look at Bianca Belair, I think it also helped her. I think it also helped shape and form who we see as a top star, as someone that you want to believe in, you want to see succeed, that you root for, that you're invested in, that you want to see on television, you want to see where she can progress, and you want to see who she can work with, and what type of matches and feuds and championships that she can obtain and work with and mold, right? Like those are the moments. So I actually think while Becky Lynch is a little straightforward, I also don't see that as being a problem, right? I think she's spot on the money. I think she's speaking the truth. And I think this is a great example of how Becky Lynch is able to take a situation and make it into something great. And I think the best superstars in the history of the business have been able to do that and consistently do that on a base to base to base type situation.